Hello and welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're going to take a look at the NyState class in Nylo. If you're not familiar with NyState, it's really like one of the core components to creating pages in your Nylo project. So there's a lot of helpers, as you can see here, that you can use with it. But in this video, we're going to show how you can use like the view and also the loading helper as well. So to get started, you head over to nylo.dev and just click download, and you'll be able to run the project and get the same landing page. If we go into this page, you can see that this page is actually using the view helper as well. So this method is just going to display the UI for our application, and you can see here it's just displaying this. But what makes the view method a bit more helpful than like the build method in Flutter, if you use that in the past, is that we can actually load data and it will show like a nice loader. So you can see here, we're waiting for 2 seconds and it will load the UI. And we can also use Skeletonizer. This is like a package on pub.dev. So if we uncomment this, you'll see that now it will display a nice loading screen like that. I'll just do it one more time. And if you want to just override how it looks entirely, you can use the loading function here. So if we just uncomment this and rebuild, you can actually override what it should look like when it's loading. So that's like a quick introduction to how you can use it. So the two key points to take away from this is that the boot function is responsible for handling any asynchronous tasks we need to run before we show the UI to the user. So in our example, we're just obviously using the feature delay, but you could handle like some API requests in here or something from local storage and have them all await before displaying the UI here. And yeah, lastly, just remember to use the view method rather than build, because it will allow you to have that nice loader as we've seen here. Just if you're wondering what this loader is, this is the default one, and you can find that inside your widgets.loader widget. So this is kind of how we're handling it out of the box in your Nylo project, but you can customize this to however you want, or if you want to take it a step further, you can just uncomment or create this method here and override the complete look of the loading experience. So I'm going to show another example now, just in like a real world example. Let's imagine that we have an API that returns back a load of like employee data. I'm using this service here, and we'll implement this now. So the first thing we're going to do is just create a page. And now that we've created that page, you can see it's been added to our router. If we go into that page, there isn't too much here. Let's just set that to the initial page. And you can see at the moment we just have the default like a default page that's been created. So there's not much going on at the moment, but let's now integrate it with this API. So this is the page I've created for the employees page. I've added a few different things, so we're still using that boot function here. And you can see now we're loading the data from an API service. This is how you do it in Nylo to load, do an API request. And that's going to just return some data to this variable here. And once we have that data, we're going to, in the view, we'll just display that data here. And we also are using the loading widget as well. So we've overridden that, and we're also using Skeletonizer. So let's build and run. You can see what we get. So you can see that the page is working. We're getting all the data from that API. And you'll notice that with this loading widget here, we're actually just creating like a dummy, like almost like a mock layout really for how it will actually look to the user. So this is how Skeletonizer works. It will look for like a layout and then add that nice effect over it. So you can see that's how that's working. If we was to turn this off, what that's going to do now, and if we just comment out this one, it will just go back to using our default loader. So we do that. You see now you get the spinner. But I think most users will like the Skeletonizer effect, so we'll leave that equal to true. And yeah, we've got that kind of set up. And I'm also just delaying it a bit longer just to show, like, emphasize really on that effect. But yeah, that's an introduction how you can use the view method in your NyState. Definitely check out all the helpers here. There's some really useful ones like confirm an action, or if you need to show like a toast notification, also validation and more. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.